everyone, it's Stephanie here from My Porch Prints, and we are going to be talking about this Just Journal challenge. This is a really quick set of prompts that I put together for January, and it's to help you just to create something in your journal for every day in January. So I've got 31 prompts here for things that you can create. And I also have a freebie journal cover available in our Facebook group. I'll try to put a link down below for that. And then I'll make these prompts available too. I'll try to list them on Instagram so you can find them for yourself if you want, if you're not in our Facebook group. And then what we're gonna do today is just put a really quick journal together for this. And it's not going to be like a huge, awesome, overdone journal or anything. It's just going to be some small, soft cover journal so that you can just really quickly get these out and get your juices flowing and get your creativity out there. So what I've got here today is some journal pages that I printed. And these are from our lined and blank journal pages. And then also our Shabby script journal kit. So I printed out 8 pages, or 8 sheets. And they each have 4 journal pages, 2 on the front and 2 on the back. So when you fold them in half, it gives you 32 pages, and there are 31 days in January. So I think that'll work out pretty well. And what I'm gonna do today is just make a really easy soft cover journal using a file folder. And this one's been written in. So I'm gonna be cutting this up, and we're gonna use it to make our journal cover. And we're gonna go ahead and just use this as the cover and use our pages inside, and that'll just give us a nice little canvas for creating our journal prompts. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this file folder, and what I'm going to do is just cut it in half right here. And let me see if it'll fit in my, yeah, I think it will. So this part has the, the lines for folding, and I'm gonna just cut that away and get rid of that part. And bye-bye. Okay, and then this I'm just going to fold in half to create a soft cover for my journal. So it's not gonna be super rigid, it's just a soft cover. And I'm gonna kind of measure. Let's see. You know what? I kind of like this little guy poking out at the top, this little tab. I think I'm gonna leave that on there. So I'm just gonna measure how big I need it by putting my pages inside, just like this. And it's probably gonna get pretty big because we're gonna make some projects, so we're gonna have a little bit of an alligator mouth happening. But you know what? I'm okay with that for this journal because it's kind of a just for me journal, something where I'm gonna just record my creativity in response to these prompts. And just something to be just for me. So yeah, I think, I think I might just leave it. I'm trying to decide if I want to cut this little curly side off or not. And I don't know. Yeah, I might just a little bit. I'm just deciding this on the fly, if you can't tell. And you can see I was not prepared to make a video today because I've still got my Christmas nails on and they are in need of repainting. But we're gonna go for it anyway. All right. Oops. I think I got this side cut off. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So this is gonna be my cover, and what I'm going to do, I'm trying to decide if I even want to cover it with anything, and I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to leave it this kind of buttery yellow color. We'll call that good. It kind of goes okay with these pages, I think. But I might ink the edges. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Okay, sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. You know how it is when you're creating and you're trying to decide what's going to look good and what's not. So to start with, I think I am going to take this journal cover, and again, this was a freebie in our Facebook group, and I will put a link to that. If you're a member of the group, you'll be able to get this in the freebies in the files tab. I'm just going to round the edges of this. There we go. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add a little ink. And this is actually Distress Oxide. It's ground espresso color, if you're wondering. I haven't used this one a lot, but I kind of like it. It's these makeup sponges always give stuff a little bit of a yellow tint, which I'm not really fond of. I probably should use the regular applicators, but I just like the way these makeup sponges work. They make it easy. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just ink around my cover. Okay, so I've inked my edges, and now I'm gonna go ahead and just add my journal cover, and I'm just gonna go ahead and glue it right on here. There we go. And if you want to decorate the rest of the cover, you know, the insides and the back and all that, you certainly can. Again, I'm just kind of doing this quickly to get a journal started for this challenge. And to add my pages, I'm just going to do a quick, I think like pamphlet stitch. That sounds good. Yeah, I think I'll do a pamphlet stitch really quickly here. And to do this, I'm going to go ahead and just line up my pages. And, oop, got one of my hairs in here. That's lovely. And then I've got my Crocodile Big Bite, and I'm gonna go ahead and set it to this little small punch. And then, you know what? I'm not even going to measure. I'm just going to go for it. But if you want to, so that you don't mess up, because I'll probably mess up and then regret this, you can measure, and you'll want to do 3 holes evenly spaced. So you'll need to mark those on here. Otherwise, we do have a hidden spine template that has a guide for your pages included in it, and you could use that as well. But I'm going to do a little bit of a freehand here. I'm going to start with the middle. This looks about right. And then I'll do one kind of towards the top. And one kind of towards, the bottom. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is just mark these in, whoops, in my journal. And make sure your pages are right side up before you sew them in. Otherwise, you'll have a mess on your hands. Okay, so I'm going to try to just center my pages inside my journal. And I'm going to just lightly mark where these holes go. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and just punch these out. And again, just make sure that your pages are right side up if they have a right side up. And then normally I would use a needle and thread for this, but I think these holes might be big enough that I won't need it for this. I've got some hemp rope here, some string, and I'm going to go ahead and just try to do this myself. And I have a video on doing a pamphlet stitch that I will put for you below, because this is not the best example to follow. This is my short, quick version rather than the proper version, possibly, so just a heads up for you. I'm gonna go in through the middle. And then I'm going to come through this top hole, if I can find it, there it is. And then I'm gonna go all the way down to this bottom hole. And then back out through the middle. Okay. And again, I'll put a video for this because this is not a great example for you to follow. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull this tight, and then I'm going to put the strings to either side of this middle string. So one on this side and one on this side. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just tie it. Double knot here. And that should be my journal with my pages attached. All right, it was a little quick, a little dirty, but we got it done. So yeah, and if you want to just add more decoration to your cover, go ahead and do that, but this will get you started. And now I've got all 31, well 32 of my pages ready for these journal prompts. And just to give you a little more information about this, the Just Journal Challenge, there's a prompt for each day in January, and the first one is called 2023. So you would open up to, the first page of your journal, and you would create something in here that to you signifies 2023. It could be just the numbers, or it could be your New Year's resolutions, or your goals, or just anything about the year. And then on the second page, on the 2nd of January, we're gonna use this page and decorate it with some kind of tag. And again, it can be anything that you want, and we'll just keep going through. This one's gonna be a color, it could be your favorite color. And then, textures will be the theme for this page. Loaded, so something that's just like stuffed full of things, like an envelope or whatever. And just keep going down the list. And if you miss a day, or you're wanting to catch up with wherever we're at in this process, that's okay. It's not meant to be stressful. It's meant to be fun and just help you get your creative juices going for 2023. So take your journal, get ready for your prompts, and just follow along. We won't post videos for each one, but we probably will post some things in our Facebook group and some ideas for you. So just follow along the best you can, and I can't wait to see what you guys create. Thanks for watching. Bye.